So how's Hilda work out in the new Soulcalibur game? Let's talk about that.
Can't stop me now. I said I got you now.
Alright guys, it's Yoon here. So I wanted to go into the latest DLC for Soulcalibur 6. It has been requested upon me to do a review or my own take of Hilda. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on the character before we get into this. In the background you'll see gameplay. I actually did record some gameplay also from Soulcalibur 4 with Hilda and 5 with Hilda, as well as 6, just to compare the three. Seemed only fair since she's been in all three iterations. The first thing off the bat that I would like to say is that this is probably definitively my favorite version of Hilda. She's got a lot more counters, parries, and just technical aspects of the character that make her easier to use, especially amongst other like ranged characters such as Kilik, for example, or even Sungmina. So I really like that aspect of her because when I was playing through 5 and 4 again, 4 being the least of like good version of her, I don't mean like good as in like the character just doesn't have that wide a range of a wide array of a moveset, and I feel like it's better now than it was then. 5, she's a little bit faster. She obviously has a lot more like skill with her spear. There were always those spinny attack moves that she was doing with her spear, but it just seems like now that like she kind of like does it into those modes in Soulcalibur 6 that none of us like reversal edge. I do like the fact in 5 that she doesn't use reversal edge, obviously because it didn't exist, but I mean it's a lot. I feel like in 6 my main qualm with it is I'm always trying to find ways of doing combos that don't enter the actual reversal edge, because I try not to use it unless I absolutely have to, and it just like disrupts the flow of combat if you're constantly trying to like do that. It's just ridiculous. Like, it feels almost like you're playing Ultimate Tenkaichi. If any of you played that, it's like a rock, paper, scissors pretty much game. And like that's what happens sometimes, especially when the AI or your opponent constantly uses reversal edge. There's one match where you'll see on the screen, hopefully, and if this video lasts long enough, where he's constantly and consistently, I believe it was Nightmare, just always going into the reversal edge mode. It was really annoying. But I think this version of Hilda is my favorite by far out of all the versions, despite reversal edge. Even though she doesn't really have too many combos that actually go directly into reversal edge, you have to resort to using her R1. So I'm really happy about that, because characters like my main Mitsurugi, his basic combo like goes right into reversal edge, which really annoys me. So hopefully, like when Halmaro comes out, I'll have a better of a time with his katana style than Mitsurugi's in this game, because this Mitsurugi style is like one of my least favorite out of all the Mitsurugi styles. I think 3 is still my favorite. But Hilda is faster in this game. She does have better movement speed, especially like her dash back and her double dash forward, and her 8-way run is a lot faster than it used to be. She seemed to be a lot slower before. Her small sword is actually a lot more utilized in this game. You're not just using it for a close range, you're also using it for stance switches and for parrying and stuff like that. So it makes it a lot easier to be able to use different aspects of her character besides just the spear. Because I noticed that like whenever I play people with her, they tend to do the lunges and like the ranged attacks, which is understandable online because you want to keep your opponent at bay. But I like to get in close and dirty with her because she does have those really awesome spin moves with her spear that you can combo into from either a kick or her small sword. So you can like slash forward, put them off guard. Once they recoil, bend over. Then you can do the spin move. Then you can do the downward triangle move to do her like victory thrust up. And then once they're in the air, you can juggle them. So she's got a lot of really good combo openings in this game, which I really appreciate. Her grab is actually, it feels a lot more forceful than it has in the past games, but maybe because the effects of Soulcalibur 6 actually feel more forceful than 5 or 4 did. As far as how she looks, her design in the game, it might be my... I think I like her Soulcalibur 4 design the best with the long hair, but that might just be a personal choice. And it's really weird because playing 6 today as well as 5 and then 4 directly after, I've noticed that like the graphic engine like really hasn't changed that much, and I know that's like a really bad quality. A lot of people have said yes, it's smoother and it definitely is like scaled better. But as far as like pixel density, or as far as like the character smoothness and like the definition of them, it's not that much different from 4, which is crazy because 4 came out in like what, 2008, and we just got Soulcalibur 6 in I believe 2018. So a 10-year difference, and I barely noticed. I mean, obviously the backgrounds are a lot more intense, the particle effects, the lighting, the character designs themselves like have a lot more to them, but it's just weird that like the mainstay characters don't look as good as I remember them looking. They pretty much, when compared to the other two games, are on an even playing field almost. Some instances I'd even say that like some of the older games look better. Like 5, when I was looking at the zoomed in faces and stuff, especially in the victory pose, the face looked so crystal clear, but then I noticed some edgy or jaggedness when it comes to Soulcalibur 6. I don't know if that's because of the density of the game, or if they didn't have quality time to finish like smoothing things out. But I mean, again, that could just be my opinion or my eye. I do have a 4K TV, so sometimes things do look more jagged because obviously PlayStation 4 or the 3 isn't 4K. So I don't know if that would lead to some of the jaggedness. Perhaps it does. I'd have to like try something else, maybe on a smaller monitor or something like that, to see if it still is consistent. But besides that, I do like her special in this game. A lot of her, I call them flame moves, like her EX moves, are a lot easier to pull off than they were in previous iterations, especially with the back, square, and triangle, especially if you hold back first or hold forward. It's one of those. She does the flaming thing. I do it a bunch in the video, as you can see. But overall, in this game, in Soulcalibur 6, I really like how they portrayed her. I think it was worth it. I mean, I got the season pass, so I didn't like download her specifically, but if like Hilde is one of your favorite characters, then obviously I would say go for it. Hopefully, if we do get another season, we will get some more classic characters, because I'm really a little tired of guests at this point. But I don't know. I guess that's my take on her. It's my favorite iteration of the character thus far. Not my favorite character design, but it's my favorite moveset-wise version of the character. Speed-wise, fluidity-wise, the way she goes into combos. I just overall like her more in this iteration. But let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. How did you like Hilde in this game? Does she compare better, do you think, to 4 or 5? Let's just take the conversation down there and keep it going. Thanks, Matt, for requesting the video. And as always, guys, stay powered up. Peace.